Hello everyone. So what can we possibly do for this question? It says find the obtuse angle MOL, that's this angle here, okay, in terms of A and B. Obtuse, of course, this is the center. Obtuse means the reflex, okay, while the acute is the normal MOL. Remember, here is O, that's the center of the circle. Okay, so now you are to find the value in terms of A and B. So what do we do? All right, so when we do that, then of course we know this is going to be an isosceles triangle because you have equal radii here, and so assume that this angle is X, and so this one will also be X, right? So you are going to see that, okay, our MOL, that's the acute one, let's give it a name, let's call it Y, and then our MNL, that's this angle, let's call it K. Okay, so with these constructions, let's see what we are able to do. Okay, so first of all, you will notice that in triangle MNL, that's the big triangle, you will discover MNL. So you discover that angles K plus A plus these two X here, then plus B is going to be equal to 180 degrees, and that is from the sum of the angles of a triangle. Okay, so meanwhile, let's try to see how we can bring in our MOL, that's the Y here. So you notice that our K is actually the same thing as Y over 2. Alright, and what is the reason? Angle at the center is twice that at the circumference. That means the one at the circumference is half of this. So you have plus, let me bring my B together to A, since that is what we are looking for. Okay, so we are looking for a way to write our angle in terms of A and B, so everything is equal to 180. Okay, so I will also try to see how I can remove my 2x and bring in something else that has to do with A and B and maybe Y. Alright, and so what is that? In triangle MOL, you are going to discover that the sum of Y plus 2x is also equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so this question happens to be a WAEC question, that's West African examination question, okay, for secondary schools. So this now means, why did I get this? Sum of the angles of this triangle. So you will now see that our 2x is equal to 180 degrees minus Y. Why did I choose to write what I have in terms of X? Because I want to replace this so that everything will just contain my Y. So what that means is that if you now substitute here, you have that Y over 2 plus A plus B, then our 2x now is 180 minus Y is equal to 180. Okay, and that makes it very beautiful. What will happen? Our 180 will cancel this 180, so you just have 0 on the right, and then I can multiply through by 2 so as to clear this fraction, and that's going to give me Y here. 2 multiplying A and B will give us 2 into A plus B, and then that will be, of course, here you now have minus 2Y, and that is equal to 0. Okay, so what can we do next? We can now see that from here we are going to have, okay, so you have 2 into A plus B, and then of course y minus 2y will be minus y, and then we can take that minus y over to give us y. Okay, so let's assume we have y there. Now, however, remember that what we were asked to get is the reflex angle, and that's the reflex angle of this y, and the reflex angle has a relationship with y. So let's call that reflex angle z. Okay, so now we know that y plus z will be equal to 180, will be equal to 360 degrees angles at a point. All right, so that means our z, or let me make y the subject, it means that our y is 360 degrees minus z. So in that case, if we bring it back to this equation, we are going to have that 2a plus b is equal to 360 degrees minus z. Okay, and that will finally give us what we are looking for. So bring z to this side and take this over to this side. You are going to get that z alone is equal to 360 degrees minus 2 into a plus b, and that is the reflex MOL, which they called the obtuse MOL that we are looking for. The obtuse angle MOL is equal to 360 degrees minus 2a plus b, and that is the solution to this problem.